Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a question that could literally transform your entire computer experience. Should you choose an SSD or an HDD? And let me tell you, the answer might be way more dramatic than you think.
And look, let's just kick things off with this powerful statement from our source. It perfectly captures what's at stake here. We're not just talking about some minor improvement, we're talking about a fundamental night and day shift in how your machine feels and performs. Okay, so first, let's dive into a feeling that I'm sure we all know way too well. That agonizing pain of waiting on a slow computer. And there it is, the universal symbol of digital frustration, right? The endless loading screen, just taunting you, forever stuck right before it's done. With older storage technology, this isn't a rare thing. For many of us, it's pretty much a daily ritual.
So, what's actually causing this waiting game? Well, it all boils down to a competition, a battle between two very different types of storage drives.
So in one corner, you've got the hard disk drive, or the HDD. This has been the workhorse, the undisputed champion of data storage for decades. You can think of it as the established, traditional technology. And in the other corner, its challenger, the solid-state drive, or SSD. This is the newer, faster kid on the block, built from the ground up for how we use computers today. You know, all about instant access and serious speed. All right, now for the main event. We're going to do a direct speed test. And believe me, this is where the difference becomes absolutely undeniable.
So here's the ultimate everyday test, booting up your computer from a complete shutdown. Who do you think is going to come out on top? The old veteran, the HDD, or the lightning-fast newcomer, the SSD?
And wow, just look at that. What's really interesting here is just how dramatic the difference is. This isn't some small gap, it's a landslide. To put it in real-world terms, we're talking about boot times dropping from over a minute down to under 15 seconds. That's the difference between having time to go make a coffee while you wait and just getting straight to work.
The results are crystal clear, right? But the big question is why? Why is the SSD so much faster? Well, the secret, it's all in how they're built.
And this just illustrates the core difference perfectly. An HDD is mechanical. It has an actual physical arm that has to move around and find your data on a spinning platter, a lot like an old record player finding a song. The SSD, on the other hand, is completely electronic. It accesses data instantly from memory chips, as quick as flipping a light switch. No moving parts, no waiting. So when you have a fundamental difference like that, well, it leads us to a very clear verdict.
And there it is. The bottom line is, just as our source said from the very beginning, the SSD wins. And honestly, it's not even a close race. The lightning bolt here says it all. It's a victory based on pure, unadulterated speed.
But this victory isn't just about winning a race on a chart. It translates directly into what you feel every single day. We're talking near-instant boot times, applications that load in a flash, and your entire system just feels snappier and way smoother.
And this brings us right back to where we started. We began with that claim that this one upgrade changes everything. Well, now that you've seen the why and the how, the only question left is the one on the screen. Are you ready to leave that loading bar behind for good?